All right, this one's a little it's a little sad.
I don't believe you.
It's just, you know.
The sadder the better. That's what they always say.
I finally want to feel something, so bring it on.
All right, this 40-year-old man who was supporting his family by operating a ration shop because of COVID-19, he was under immense financial burden to the point that he fell into a really deep depression. He didn't see a way out, and so he needed to support his family, so he ended up deciding to take his own life.
So they can get the
insurance money.
This is
Life
so
insurance.
common. I've heard.
But then if you take your own life, do you still get the insurance?
No, you don't.
Because you cancel the contract.
Well, it depends how. I mean,
You
if
have to do it in a crafty way or something.
Oh, like you.
If they can prove that you committed suicide, your family doesn't get money.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
imagine
So-
having that job. Like, yeah, we can't give you money, and I'm gonna prove why that he killed.
I'm the insurance guy who's gonna take your family's money.
Dude, every time I think
right?
about those insurance people, it always reminds me of one of the Saw movies. Do you remember how one of the Saw movies, he got people who worked at this particular insurance company and then they had to do his twisted little game?
I didn't watch it. My dreams are scary
It
enough.
was like Saw 3 or some shit, one of them.
I don't remember the other ones. Only the one where he was always in the room at the same time.
Want to play a game?
That's the
Where
only
he
one.
sawed his foot off.
That's a quote. I know that one.
No, but yeah, like he was just like punishing these people because they were looking for ways to not help people who needed help.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, back to this story.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. He seems like a good
I like that jigsaw guy.
With his little cheeks, the spirals.
Okay, so back to the story though. So he ended up taking out, okay, so he wasn't able to muster up the courage to do it himself, and maybe it was like an insurance thing where he maybe couldn't have done it himself. So he took out a personal loan of $7,900 and he planned to have himself murdered.
So he hired an assassin with the loan?
So yes, he
Why didn't he brainstorm like a contraption? You know when you're a kid and you want to pull your own tooth out? So you could tie your tooth to a doorknob.
because you still have to do it.
Tie a gun
You still
to
have
a
to
door.
do all that.
Tie a gun, tie a string to the trigger, put it somewhere, maybe put it in like, put the gun in the dog paw, slam the door so it looks like the dog pulled the trigger on you.
Dog.
It's like Home Alone shit.
Oh, poor dog.
Why not just go walking in the fucking desert? Like it happens to a lot of people. They get lost hiking somewhere.
Or climb Mount Everest. Tragic death.
That is.
What if he like had a bunch of Capri Suns, he's really hydrated, and he doesn't die?
Oh shit.
Capri Sun's
so
good at that?
I don't know.
He drinks a lot of water because he doesn't know you can get poisoned by that.
Oh, he drinks too much water.
Yeah.
Dude, I
and
did
then
that to myself when I was 11.
There's a lot of things going on here
Yeah.
that I've learned.
No, but by accident.
Okay.
I started throwing.
It's not easy to die, is it?
I was throwing up the water because I didn't know. I was trying to challenge myself to drink a 2-liter bottle of water, and I had like 4 of them.
Cannot relate.
And I was like,
Maybe that's why you don't drink water.
no, I do. That's old branding.
Were you just the most fun kid ever?
I was very depressed, and during this time, I actually had the same thoughts as this guy, where I'm like, please, someone come and do this for me because I can't do it myself.
Did anyone go, damn, your throat's clear?
I did myself because I was throwing up, and I saw it. I was like, oh shit, that's clear.
Everybody come look. Tiff's throwing up Crystal Pepsi.
Oh God.
I didn't know you could throw up Sprite.
It was actually a Sprite bottle that I rinsed out, and I put water in there.
Way to repurpose it. Good for you.
Still tastes like Sprite on the inside.
She rinsed it.
Can't get the Sprite flavor
Never.
out.
Where was this?
All right, so this was.
So he tried to hire an assassin.
This was in India, in Delhi, India. Yeah, so the cops are saying that, well, first of all, they found his body hanging from a tree, and they immediately ruled out suicide because of the fact that his hands were tied. And so that's when they started an investigation, and they discovered through call records and social media activity that he had contacted this 18-year-old student. And apparently it was this student who he hired to get himself killed.
Damn.
To murder him. And so this
They just said, I don't want to do it.
so the student ended up getting a friend, who then ended up getting another friend.
Okay.
That sounds like this Chinese assassin one. Remember that one?
Yeah. But so then
It's like a Russian doll of assassins. It's like, I hire you, you hire me, I hire another guy. I don't want to do the deal.
so it ended up being a total of 4 people involved in this man's murder. And so they're saying that
Fuck. They're like, you want to kill? I don't want to kill.
So
That's $7,000, man. I'll pay you like $3,000.
Split it until they only get like $100 each now.
they
So it's
got
not worth it.
1,200 each because they did split it among themselves. Okay, so initially, they said, first of all, they did confess to the murder. And they said that he contacted that one student and then that he wanted to get him, like, for them to shoot him. But then an arms dealer refused to sell a pistol to the teen, or 18-year-old.
He had scruples.
Arms dealer, he's like, no, I don't, you are not the terrorist. I
No.
don't want you to give.
Only little children,
Little one.
I said little, not this shit.
You are too old. Are you a drug dealer? No. He goes, suicide. I don't condone.
That's what it is.
But yeah, so then that's when this man thought up of the idea for them to hang him. So he brought the rope. And
That's not a quick death. Oh, unless they jump high enough, I suppose.
Brutal.
You hope that the neck is broken and you choke on immediately, but if you don't, then you're suffocating till death.
yeah, so then he instructed the 4 guys so he chose the spot where he
Right there.
was gonna be hanged.
That is my deathbed.
And then once the time came, he asked the 4 guys to tie his hands, but to make sure that they leave his ID in his pockets to make sure that his body was easily identifiable. And
Tape the ID to my face.
God damn it. Give him a name tag.
His driver's license is on his cheek.
Why couldn't he just have had his, if no one wants to do a violent act, they could have just made a thing of quicksand and set up a camera. So
how do you make a thing of quicksand?
like slowly go,
That's pretty violent.
Suffocate in there. That's terrible.
I don't want to die with sand in my mouth.
it's better than snapping your neck.
That's way faster and way
I
better.
think that's faster.
What is the neck?
Snapping your neck?
If that doesn't work though, you
When you want to suffocate.
I don't know.
All right, here, go. Keep talking, everybody.
But it's just more peaceful.
Yeah, he can still talk. He's not being so.
Why doesn't he eat like a big heavy meal and then go swimming?
Get a cramp.
He'll die.
Drowning sauce,
Oh,
too.
that's horrible.
drowning son.
And you need to leave the evidence for the cops so the family can get the money.
Yeah, what if the alligators
You
get?
can hold the ID like this.
Oh, you hold it all the way up.
Then that way you're under the sand, but the ID is right here.
You gotta find a way to do it like you fall asleep peacefully. Carbon monoxide. You can accidentally fall asleep in your car in the garage. There.
But that's a common suicide move, so then.
It's considered hack.
So I think we're trying to brainstorm too many suicide things for this guy who already died.
All right, that's right. That's right.
So he died, right?
Oh yeah, he died already. We don't have to give him ideas.
So he died.
Yeah.
He accomplished this tragic goal.
We're gonna need a trigger warning for this video.
So he died, and then what happened afterwards? Like, obviously they found out that it was a suicide, right, or an assassination.
They fully exposed the plot.
Are they going to jail and is his family getting money?
No, that's the problem.
So right now
We
they're
all want
saying
the
that
family to get money. That's
still an ongoing investigation. The family is having a really hard time to believe that he was the one that wanted to die. So it seems like they don't want to accept the fact that he did the suicide himself, that he planned it out.
Well, because it could be that this was a part of an elaborate insurance scam, and the 4 guys.
Maybe, like extorting him.
Yeah, it could be. Like, you just don't know.
Yeah.
That's true. There is another side to this.
And how do the guys even know he has life insurance?
What if they have some dirt on him? Like, I know you cheated or whatever. And then they extort him, and then they're like, all right, now, like, do you want to live with shame? I'll tell your whole family, or you can do this, and then they could collect the insurance, and then whatever. And then they put life insurance on him.
I don't know. So this was Gaurav.
Oh.
Damn, it sucks.
That's the last picture he took? It's from like the 80s.
Do you know how much he would have given his family if it?
I don't.
Because what if it's like $800, and it's like, oh, we could have done a GoFundMe, dude.
You should have told us. I have that in the mattress.
And what is a repurposing store? The whole time I'm trying to wonder what that is.
Ration.
Ration shop.
Where does repurposing come from?
What's a ration?
Per bottle.
Food, like ration
Like
foods and
foodie,
stuff?
like from the government and stuff.
That's a store? You can do it in the store?
It's a ration store.
Maybe he created one.
When I hear rations, I never think of the full thing. So I feel like a corner of a Rice Krispie treat, or like I feel like a handful of cereal. It's not like the whole box. It's rations,
That's
you know?
correct.
It's like half a samosa.
Yeah.
That's why when you're watching The Martian with that Matt Damon, he gets to ration his own potatoes.
And eat bit by
And he
bit, right?
fucking slices them up into small cubes. Yeah.
So when I think of a rations shop, I think everything, a piece of that product.
Yep. true.
Those are leftovers. Bro.
I think of MREs, dude. Those
That's because of Metal Gear. That's all I think.
Metal Gear Solid, bro. Fuck yeah.
So I get that.
Damn,
What a cool
suicide's so
chick.
sad, man. You know, there's this new phenomenon about like suicide, and a high rate of suicide is happening with kids under like 14 or something.
I think it's because, well, I mean, like, you're insanely impressionable, and then during that age, everyone's like depressed because your hormones are fucking
Yeah.
wild. And then also now you add on top of that social media where other 15-year-olds are rich as hell and they have like brand new cars and shit, and you compare yourself to them and realize, and then you think you're not that good.
Not even just 15-year-olds. Me and Nikki been watching that Love Island because we fucking love that Love Island UK. And
Shut up.
part of the thing is we don't Google the show until after the show. Well, we've been Googling the show after the show, and we find out, because we want to know, did the couples make it? But most of the time, we're like, wow, these people killed themselves.
Oh my
That's
god.
so crazy.
Well, it's like fucking sucks.
Holy shit.
Because like I attach myself to this person for a season of a show.
Oh right, like we just did a JK News with the girl from that Japanese dating show that everyone likes.
Lake
on
House?
Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Terrace House.
Terrace House.
And these are hot people.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect hot people, obviously,
pissed.
just being narrow-minded, you wouldn't expect them to like
think
have
their life is so easy.
Right, exactly. But you're like, man, that person killed themselves, holy fuck.
Yeah, I knew someone that he was a sole provider of his family, and he felt like because his financial situation was going to be threatened, that he wasn't going to be able to provide for his family, so he did attempt to kill himself.
Really?
To get the insurance. Yeah,
That's why if
it
you're
was
out there-
rough.
Listen,
There's GoFundMe.
all joking aside, everything aside, check out the suicide hotline. It's great. It works. And I know you feel like you're in a tailspin and you feel like it's all over, but really there is light coming. Like it's not over.
This
not
too
permanent,
shall
but
pass. Like everything is temporary.
I feel like that's one thing we really need to teach in school is the
How to handle that shit?
how to fight through adversity. Like nonstop. If there's a program where we can give people hope, because I think what happens is people feel like there's no options, so then they resort to suicide because they don't have hope and options.
Yeah.
They also don't teach people how to fail properly too, because since you're a kid, or ever since you're a kid, your parents are telling you like you have to do this and then accomplish this, and you're gonna be great and you're gonna be that.
Or they make you think failing's a bad thing.
Yeah, or like they tell you like, oh, you can't fail this, and you have an F, like that's the worst fucking thing ever. And then now, as teenagers, when they fail something,
Yeah, they should have did what our parents did and called us all failures. And if we fail, it's like I am what I am. Just kidding. That's not good.
But we also live in a time where you have cancel culture.
Yeah.
Just wait till the suicides come from that, and that's where I'm scared of too. Is I hope that people can try to look for the light even when it's the roughest shit, because it will come.
It's heavy, bro.
But you just have to just break through, you know. And it's easier said always.